hey guys, Tim Lurch here. I wanted to talk about something that I think is very kind of valid to consider in the realm of kind of musicality and whatnot. So just now I played like a kind of a straight shuffle in A with this big box guitar and wound G string and, regular heavier strings you might expect on a guitar like this. And I was playing blues, and one thing I wanted to kind of preach about today, it has to be kind of a preach because it just seems like it's in the wind for me, is the realm of restraint when you're playing, particularly on blues. We seem to be in a kind of era of frantic blues derived music these days. People who think of themselves as blues guitar players especially are kind of living in this realm of kind of frantic, nonstop, lots of notes, way up on top of the beat, kind of frantic energy. And that's cool, but I think there's something that we could explore, which is the restraint and the laid-back feeling that we associate with vintage blues. And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. There's the old joke of, somebody tells Mozart, well, there's too many notes, and he says, well, which ones would you like me to take out? And so there is that. If you hear it in a certain way, then you're going to play it in a certain way. And then there's the aspect of, where you are on the arc of your development. Usually when we're younger, we have a little more energy. We are also a little bit more, in a hurry. And maybe when we get older, we start to relax a little bit. And we hit that sweet spot where the machine still works, but the ideas are calm or restrained. So this idea of restraint is very interesting because in jazz and blues, we get really hung up on the notes and which notes to play and all of that. And the very most difficult thing to do is what not to play, of course, and pulling back a little bit. If we play every lick we know in the first two choruses of a blues, then my question is, then what are you going to do for the rest of the night? I suppose if you're just getting one shot to show what you can do, that might be one thing. But typically, we want to pace ourselves over the course of a gig or a set or something like that. The other side of this is there's no guy out there who has better notes than you. There's no guy out there who knows, a different set of notes that sound better. The thing that makes us sound good, I think, is how we phrase, how we pace ourselves, and what kind of melodic content we use, what kind of inflections we use, the musicality that we bring to the game, not the barrage of notes. I contend that if we don't have a sound that we love, and if we don't really believe in our ideas, we might tend to throw a lot of notes at the music, because that's one way to kind of get attention and all of that. So have the courage to take your time and really sit in the beat, sit in the groove, and kind of milk something out of every note you play. I mean, it's an old cliche, but I just don't hear it happening very much these days. So anyway, that's my little preach about restraint. Here's a little shuffle in A.